If I had a primary care physician, and if he was watching these YouTube videos, he would be cringing. After yesterday's escapade in Gozo, and the day before that, and the day before that, I should not be putting this much strain and pressure on my foot. But today, I plan on abusing the hell out of it. But there's an area south of Marsa Scala where there are some beautiful cliffs that you can walk up and around, and I mean, there's nothing protecting you. It's literally just a straight drop. I will show you those when we get there, because we will be passing by them. There's also a park along the way that is a educational center that teaches conservation and shows kids in a very basic way how they can help save our planet, plant trees, renewable resources, that kind of jazz. But we are not stopping by there today. We are going to bolt past it and head straight to Peter's Pool. It's going to be about an hour to an hour and a half walk. Okay, I need a break after walking up this mountain, but just to show you guys where we were at the other day that I was referring to earlier in this video, the Conservation Educational Center is that whole area that's walled in. They have, as you can see, wind turbines, they have solar power, they have rainwater collection tanks and stuff like that. And then if you go down that little cliff, there's stairs way over there, a whole little area. And almost this entire little bay is a designated swimmers area. And there are, they're not salt pans, they're similar to that. But they're naturally made and there's a ton of clay over there. Anyways, it's a cool little spot to hang out in the summer. It was a really nice area. My mother and I went down there and hung out right there on that rock and had a nice little picnic. And just enjoyed watching the waves crash upon the little rocky shore over there. And now, on to St. Peter's Pool. Let's go. Along the way, something caught our eye and we just had to explore it. So I'm gonna go back now to show you guys. You never know what you're gonna just stumble across. Instead of trying to stick in and adhere to the tour guides and stuff like that, just walk around exploring. So this is what actually caught our attention, was this, which we noticed from the path that we were walking on over there. And we're unsure of exactly what this is. It almost looks like the beginning of an aqueduct that might have got bombed in like 1940, just before World War II got absolutely bonkers. But you can see there's like little vents here and here. So I don't know, maybe it was some kind of tunnel, maybe it was a way to move goods down the mountain. I'm not sure, but whatever it is, it's filled with water now. And there's also little areas over here, just kind of carved into the middle of the mountain, which are just filled with trash at this point, assuming kids come up here and make a mess at the place and leave their refuse. When Germany came over in 1940 and bombed the place, people's homes were destroyed severely, and they were literally running for the hills and building huts and houses and just caves into the side of these cliffs and mountains just to stay out of the elements and survive. So that could be potentially what this is for, but I mean, I don't know. There's some carvings, I forgot to show you that. There's some carvings here. Look at this, 1937 Mayuhad. I'm not sure, but there's little markings and stuff like that, all in all of these bricks. People have put in different dates. 1937, 1938 down there. I'm not sure what that one says. 1961, okay, so that one's after. Oh, there's some more way back in there. Yeah, there's little markings all in here. So whatever it is, I thought it was interesting. I'm gonna continue on with my walk now, because we still have quite a ways until we make it to Peter's Pool. What do you know? The grass actually is greener on the other side. Hey, look at all those fish farms. Yeah, so for those of you that didn't watch the other video I made that's on Facebook that's not getting ported over, all of these areas right here, that out there, there's several of them out there. Those are fish farms where they go and they catch a ton of tuna, they throw it in these farms out there in the water, and they just feed them loads and loads of mackerel to fatten them up and get them nice and oily to ship over to Japan. And the people here in Malta hate it because it's ruining their seashores. Because the mackerel is so oily, all of that oil is washing up on shore and ruining some of the vegetation and the shorelines, and it's not enjoyable for people to swim in. So yeah, Maltese natives don't really appreciate it much. There is the, I believe it's pronounced Delamar Power Station. On our way to Peter's Pool on this back road. And if we look down this way, that is, oh man, I'm gonna butcher this. Marsaxlocks? I don't know. But it's a cute little town. Looks a lot like Marsascala. Ton of little boats and a little bay there, and little shops and stores along the water. Looks gorgeous, but haven't actually explored that yet. Anyways, onward and upward. Literally. St. Peter's Pool, and what appears to be a little bar. And here we are, St. Peter's Pool. Here is a much better aerial view without any of the vegetation in the way of St. Peter's Pool. It is just stunning. I love this stuff. I love nature. This is fantastic. Look at this over here. Let me get around Mom. Woo! Watch my step. There's all kinds of things carved into this rock down here. I see CeeLo Green, 50 Cent, Bruno Mars, DMC. Oh, there's Martin Luther King, Uncle Cracker. There's all kinds of interesting stuff carved down into that. But yeah, this is the front end of St. Peter's Pool. This probably isn't coming out on video because the lighting and everything, but this water is so clear. You can see giant fish straight down to the bottom. I can see all the rocks, fish swimming around. It's just, it's nuts and frustrating because I know it's not coming out properly in the video. But anyways, this is gorgeous. I can only imagine that in the summertime, this place is packed. I mean, it's really far off the beaten path. And it was a hell of a walk from Marsascala. There is a bus that you can take that'll get you relatively close to here, but it's still a heck of a walk to get here. That being said, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 other people here besides us that just managed to come out here. So I'll bet in the summer, this place is packed. So I'm not even mad or upset that I managed to come out here during the winter because it gave me an opportunity to see and explore all this natural stuff that I absolutely love and adore without the large crowds. This place is fantastic. All right, well, I think it's time for us to have our picnic. Mom is getting hungry, and Quite frankly, my broken foot could use a break. So, get you in a few minutes. Good a spot as any for a picnic. Nom 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 nom. Hey, what you got over there? What is that? Is that a Corona? No one cares about the sandwich. I am now on the other side. St. Peter's Pool's over there. This is the rock you saw earlier. And I thought I would just come over here and share what it looks like on this side. It's so gorgeous. Let's hope I don't trip and fall and drop my phone in one of these puddles of water. It's funny because some of them, the water is so still that it just, at the right angle, it doesn't even look like there's water there. So sometimes you'll go to step and just be like, whoops. I've done that more than once. Luckily my shoes are waterproof, which have come in handy several times while on this island, walking around. Cannot wait to come back in the summertime when the water's warmer. Maybe sometime in like October, after the water's had plenty of time to warm up and it starts to cool down just a little bit, because it gets sweltering in Malta from what the locals have said. Upwards of 40 degrees Celsius. Woo! That's hot. How nice it must be to have that house right there. Oh look, more salt pans. Why am I not surprised? Oh, that's right. I didn't explain to you guys what the salt pans were used for. Matter of fact, I'm not even sure if there's any video of it on YouTube. I think that's all on Facebook. Yeah, so all over this island, I'll have to show you guys a much better view of one. But all over this island, there are these squares that are cut out just like this. They're called salt pans. When I get back to Marsa I'll have to show you, because they're all over Marsa. Like the whole coastline is just riddled with these. But basically what happens, the water comes up when they get like a storm surge or something. The waves get pretty rough waters. Water comes up here. The sea dies down, becomes more calm, goes out, and then you're left with water in these pans. And then the very bright sun comes out, dries up all the water, and you're left with salt that is just laying on top of the clay. So then they come out here with brooms, sweep it all up into piles, and harvest the salt. There are tons of these all over the island. This is actually a very peculiar spot because there's only a few right here. Usually it's like the whole coastline all the way down, like that's all you see is just a giant area of them. So it's very peculiar that there's only a couple right here. Very odd, to say the least. Alright, I've got to find my mother. I kind of wandered off without her, and I have no idea where she went. Oh boy, this will be fun. Alright, we have left St. Peter's Pool. We have found some really weird and narrow walkway. Little secret passage, if you will, shortcut. And for reference, there is the Doomer something or other. It's the power plant I showed you earlier. So St. Peter's Pool is just on the other side of the power plant. And we are going to walk down in that small town that I still can't pronounce because I haven't bothered looking it up yet, but I'm sure going to ask a local when we get there. Find a bar and have a beer. How about you? You down for a beer?
I am way down for a beer. I was down for a beer about 3 hours ago.
She puts beer in her cereal for breakfast.
I do not. Not even funny.
Okay, so update. There's power plant. We walked along the beach. Beautiful boats. A lot of them bear the official national Maltese colors. Not sure if that's coming out because the sun is setting. Probably can't see all those wonderful colors of those boats. But anyways, here we are in the city's name that I still don't know how to pronounce. Looks like a very popular harbor city. Let's go find a... Oh! Whoops! Okay, well, I'm not walking the plank, so we need to find another way around. Oops! So much for this shortcut.
We found out the name of the town, which is pronounced... what was it pronounced?
Malta with a very hard K with an extra at the end. Malta Schlock. Malta Schlock. Schlock. Malta Schlock. This area appears to be much newer and nicer than the other cities in Malta, period. The roads are much wider. Look at this. There's actually room for the vehicles to travel on these roads. The sidewalks are really wide. The buildings look newer. They're not torn down and dilapidated. So obviously this is a newer, more up-to-date city. If it wasn't for that damn power plant over there, this would be absolutely gorgeous. If you could just like block out that whole section. There we go.